Welcome back to We Eat So Good. It's your long lost friends, Phil and Courtney, here with another delicious recipe.
And this is my famous old family recipe for Cuban bread with my Cuban heritage. I'm just kidding. All of that is fake. What happened was we made Mojo Pork, which is an awesome grilled pork on the charcoal grill. We had some leftover pork. We wanted to do a Cuban sandwich, so Courtney commanded me to make some Cuban bread for her.
Mm-hmm. This is a little glimpse into our life. When we have something delicious, it's usually because I command it so.
And when it's bread or something, I'm more than happy to oblige because I love making bread and trying new things. This one was interesting because I looked up the recipe just online, never made Cuban bread before, so I wanted to follow it to the letter. And the first thing to do was make a starter and have it go overnight in the fridge for 8 hours. This is lard going in, which is also something that I really enjoy.
Well, actually, we should probably do a little backstory because maybe not a lot of people know about Cuban sandwiches and Cuban bread. Mm-hmm. We are sandwich aficionados. We love a good sandwich. We're always trying to expand and better sandwiches here in this house. And a Cuban is
one of our favorites.
Pork,
Pork, ham, Swiss. This is the part when the starter has been in the fridge overnight and I'm adding it into the rest of the ingredients.
Correct. And so the best way to make a sandwich, I think personally, is to start with homemade stuff and a little creativity.
Absolutely. Now the creativity in this part actually isn't in the bread. It was fun for me as an experiment to try to make it because it was so different. It had like a quick starter that you leave in the fridge overnight, and then it was super sticky and multiple rises. It's a very yeasty, fluffy, like sort of sweet bread. It's really good, so I was really excited to try it out, but it's not my recipe. I was just following online, so I'll put a link to the recipe in the description below.
And there might be a Cuban 2.0 in the future where we'll feature Lois, and I'm not sure if everyone knows about Lois, but she's our starter.
Yeah, Lois is our homemade sourdough starter, so this is a video we shot many months ago. We've been very busy with our new garden project we've been working on, so the videos are a little few and far between, but we're picking it up now, so we should have a pretty regular schedule.
La-da!
And look at that shot. Beautiful.
Thank you.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So in this recipe, it was a quick starter using active dry yeast, but now we have our own sourdough starter. So next time we make it, we'll try the sourdough starter and let you guys know how it came out.
Definitely. All right, so like all good things, you're going to get a big bang for your buck. So you get 2 loaves out of this. So if you actually go to our catalog, you'll find our Mojo Pork recipe, and the leftovers should be enough for 2 sandwiches.
And through the magic of the internet, I can link it in the description below.
Magic.
And this is kind of funny because the recipe makes 2 loaves or 2 rolls for a Cuban sandwich. But as you'll be able to see in a few minutes, you can decide how large of a sandwich you would enjoy.
Oh, that's true. I should probably preface this with I don't know portion control, so for me, it's 2.
Yes. So I put some cornmeal down there. So once I rolled out the dough after it rose, just putting some flour on the top. This is just so the cloth doesn't stick to it as I put the cloth over the top to let it rise. And bam, look at that.
Yeah, this one's satisfying because it rises so quickly and so fully.
Yeah, like aggressively almost.
Oh, aggressive. That's a good word.
But it's so light and fluffy. This is such a perfect bread for like a Cuban sandwich. Actually, for almost any sandwich, minus like maybe like a meatball one, something like that. It doesn't have the structure, but
I don't know. This is perfect panini bread. So if you're into paninis, it'd be good if you slice those meatballs. Wait, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm already making a new sandwich here, people.
Okay, so now that the bread's done, it's time for the Cuban sandwich time, which started with our marinade we used for the Mojo Pork, which was, what was it, kind of like a citrus marinade, Courtney?
Yeah, it's citrus and some tons of cilantro, garlic, the traditional yellow mustard on the
Yeah, I was
other
going to
side.
say, don't get fancy with the mustard on a Cuban sandwich. Get the yellow mustard. It works perfectly with all the flavors.
Yeah, at the heart, this is a very simple sandwich.
Yep, then you get your roasted pork down there.
Yeah, you can do this with like any leftover pork.
Yeah, I've seen it done with like pulled pork before, but with the Mojo Pork, it just seemed to fit perfectly for something like this.
Now, if you don't make a lot of sandwiches, thin is best on all of your slices.
And here I'm just gonna put it in the oven to warm up the pork and melt the cheese. Ooh, yeah.
Swiss cheese is traditional here. You could switch it up if you wanted. I don't know what the traditional pickle is for Cubans, but we had some Cornichons left over, so.
Yeah, and you can start to see the scale of this sandwich with how many pickles it's required. This is 1 serving, by the way.
It was 2. I shared.
No, you had your own sandwich.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We each had our own sandwich. And then we just got the deli ham there. Good deli ham. Don't go cheap on any of this stuff if you're making it at home. It's
Yeah,
worth it.
I find the uncured stuff is really good. Now here's what gets me excited. The butter.
Yep. So we don't have a panini press. We don't like too many gadgets, but you get the cast iron pan there and bam, Dutch oven, crush her down.
Yeah, you could do a stock pot. You could do like a fry pan. You just gotta smush her.
Yep. Anything heavy. And then I like to wipe out the butter. It's starting to burn a little bit with the cornmeal in the bottom of the sandwich. So now flip her upside down.
Oh, look at that toast.
Yep, and put it back on, press it down. It's so funny because it was a very large sandwich. I'm not saying it wasn't. This is a big portion, but that bread is so light, it didn't sit super heavy.
Like, it's the best toast you've ever had with the best ingredients surprise in the middle.
Yep, and look at that cross section. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So good. And a mojito. Perfect. Cuban sandwich, Cuban drink.
What? Oh, we need to do that video.
Yeah, that's in the backlog too. I'll get to it.
Like all the others.
I've been busy, I swear.